guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. Before I do anything, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of really cool stuff coming up and a lot of very interesting topics that we're going to be covering. But I wanted to go through this house with you because what I do, you know, in my downtime, my fun time, I comb through the listings looking for high value properties in whatever area I'm addressing for the day. Of course, we do, you know, Tuscany, we do Calabria, we do Puglia and stuff like that. Kind of focusing on Tuscany right now because things are heating up there. I mean, my goodness, they're getting hot. Anyway, when we decided to tour this house, because we did tour it, we met Mirko, who is now one of our agency associates, and he's wonderful. We love Mirko. He works so great with Lorella, our architect. The two of them are just an unbeatable team. So we went through this house together. It's an independent house right in Abbadia di Montepulciano, which is about 12 minutes away from Montepulciano Centro Storico, which is where everybody goes. It is right on the wine trails down there, Poliziano, Dei, all these other Vino Nobile vineyards are there and wineries. So, I mean, you're right in the heart of wine country. You're in the Val di Chiana. Chianina beef. Oh my gosh, best beef in the world. I mean, for food, you can't beat this region. The cheeses, the meats, the wine. Oh, anyway. And this is a little comune. Abbadia di Montepulciano is a little sort of ridge hill town there. It's very cute. It's got all the services. Everything's walkable. And this house is right next to the comune offices. So everything you need is right there. Plus, there's a beautiful hospital very close by. You're 10 to 12 minutes from Pienza, 10 to 12 minutes from Montepulciano, about 25 minutes from Cortona. I mean, you're right in the thick of it. But the price on this house is ridiculous. This is 250 square meters. The price is 110,000 euros. Take a look. We're going to go through it. I'm going to tell you what my impressions were and why I think it's a fabulous deal. So here's the outside of the house, and you can see there's a little driveway. Behind that is a garage, and then you've got a huge garden back there, which is really nice, 250 square meter garden. And, you know, balconies and things like that. And it's right in the center of town. I mean, it's a really well-located place. Now, as you go through, here's the entry hall. And what I loved about this place was it's sort of hat tip to the old world charm. You know, you've got all these beautiful touches in there and details. And when you get into a house and you see those, you want to keep them because they're very cool. Now, this entry hall, the tiles and all of the floors in the house are in very good shape. And this one, probably, obviously, you need to get rid of the wallpaper and stuff like that. I would do that. But it's kind of a barrel arch entry, which I absolutely love. I think it's just fantastic. And of course, you know, the good solid front door. These houses are built like vaults. You know, there's no getting in. If you lose your key, you're kind of hosed. And in fact, a little quick reminder, always have your key in hand. Look at it before you shut the door, because once you shut the door, it locks on its own and you're hosed. So coming into here is the living room, sort of dining room area. And it's big. I mean, this is a good size house, really more than 2,000 square feet. Super livable, super nice. I mean, yes, there is an upstairs, but there's not like 100 levels all skinny and that make you have to run up and down stairs all day long. You can do a lot of living on this first level here. Now, the floors here are very nice and they're in very good shape. Now, the love thing that I mentioned, there's a little love that needs to be assessed, and it may be nothing. I think there's a little something to look at there. Is the ceiling above this room here, which I think is the sitting room that they have right there. On the top level, there's a bedroom there. And it felt a little squishy as I was walking on it. So that's something I would definitely have Lorella look into. In fact, I'd have Lorella do a full inspection to go through the house. But I'm telling you something, houses fully renovated in this area generally go for about 350,000 euros, independent houses. With the garden and everything else. 350,000 is like, you know, the entry price. They go up to about 500,000 from there. So even if you had to do some remediation for that particular ceiling, and Lorella has all of the ideas on how to salvage all the beautiful touches and everything else, I'm sure it would be money well spent. The base price is so low to get into this house. So keep that in mind as we go through. Here's another look. This is from the sitting room, looking into the dining room there. And the entry hall is right over to the left, our left. You can see it's very spacious and lots of nice touches, you know, the little arch thing going in and, you know, some of the features on the ceilings and things like that. Plus, there's not really a good picture, but I love that barrel vault that when you come in the door. It's very elegant, very beautiful. Okay, there's a dining room, very big. And a lot of furniture still in there. If you want the furniture, you can probably negotiate that in. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. And more pictures of the dining room. Super big, super luminous. I would have to say that this house has a lot of light coming in because it's all open and there's windows everywhere. So it's really, really nice. And again, there's some, I don't remember if those things on the ceiling were actual cornice, which is like crown molding, or whether they were painted. Either way, you can buy cornice that are inexpensive to install and they look beautiful. And then you have your painter do something really nice. Like I like when you paint the walls like maybe a light blue, you know, a beautiful, beautiful, soothing color. And then you take a much lighter blue and put it up inside the cornice up there. And then what you do is you get one of those beautiful medallions and you put it, and then you have a beautiful chandelier that you hang down. It's just, there's so many beautiful options, and I've seen so many ways you can go about it. In Casa Cristina, we have the ceilings. We don't have cornice. We just have, basically the painter went in and painted these little beautiful details in the corners. They're, you know, they're nothing that make you go, oh, look up here, you know. But when you look up here, oh, that's really nice. That's beautiful. They're understated elegance is what we like to say. And I see a lot of understated elegance here, especially if you get rid of the wallpaper and paint it a beautiful color, or even white or beige, whatever you want. But there's a lot of understated elegance in this house. Not the least of which are the floors. Ooh, that sofa's got to go. Now here's the kitchen. Okay, I got to tell you about the kitchen. The kitchen opens up to the garden. So if you wanted a big vegetable garden back there and you gather it all up and you bring it into the kitchen to cook with, you could totally do that. And here from this picture, you can see just how big the kitchen is. Now that double doors opens out into the garden, and it would be so lovely to be cooking, you know, on a spring day, have the double doors open, probably mosquito screens. Sorry, but mosquitoes are a thing in Italy. Anyway, yeah, so mosquito screens. And then let's see, this is the den. And look at this floor, guys. It's like a stone floor. Beautiful, beautiful. If you don't like it, there's so many more options. We found the hardwood that you can get, hardwood floors, but you can also get these. They're made of PVC. They look exactly like hardwood. They're virtually indestructible, very beautiful floors, and thin, so you can put them right on top, just float them over the top, and you could have a beautiful hardwood look with the extreme durability of PVC. Otherwise, I would just shine these floors up because, gosh darn it, they're beautiful. Okay, now we're upstairs. There is heating. I can see central heating in there. Apparently it's working, so that's good. I would say that you probably have to redo the electrics in this house. That's a given. Any house that's, you know, of this age and hasn't been updated in the last, I don't know, 40 years or whatever, I would definitely assume that you have to do the electrics. Now, the electrics are different in Italy than they are here. Here, you got to go through, you got to, you know, open up the walls, everything. At least I assume you do. They're in there in the studs. But at least what I've seen in southern Italy, they have tubes that go through behind the walls, and they just thread the wires through the tubes. And I'm like, why don't we do that everywhere? I mean, I'm not an electrician, obviously. Maybe there's a good reason for that, but it seemed to me to make a whole lot more sense. You know, these little indestructible fireproof tubes, and you just put your wires through there, and then they come out the other side. And you... Anyway, just assume you have to do the electrics. Now, here's one of the bedrooms. This is the master bedroom. Very big, very beautiful, very spacious. Again, with the architectural details. I would swap out that wallpaper. I mean, it's in pretty good shape, but it's not my style. You could put whatever you want. You could keep it if you like it. Here's another view of the bedroom. You can see that it's massive, and you can also see that it has a really good sized window there. Now, you might want to look at replacing the windows. There's two ways you can go with windows. You can buy the new PVC or aluminum ones. We have really beautiful aluminum ones in Casa Cristina. They are virtually soundproof. They're fabulous. They're gorgeous. That's something. But you can also take those windows. You can take them to a falegname, which is a woodworker or somebody who does that, and they can put in double glazed glass panes for you. And you can retain the beauty and the history of the old windows if you like. Here's another bedroom upstairs. Again, it's big. Again, you got those beautiful features and whatnot. As I recall, I think that wallpaper is peeling. I don't remember seeing any big lesions that would make me worry. With this property, we didn't drone the roof. That's something we can do too once we get there in January, February. We can drone the roof for you if that's something you want to see. This bathroom, oh, I kind of like this bathroom. You know, Pete does not like this era at all. He's like, oh, I hate that bathroom. I'm like, I kind of like it, I don't know why. I don't know why that era has a particular allure for me, but I like it. It's got this sort of black marbly floor, and the tiles they are what they are. The fixtures themselves are kind of elegant. I'd get rid of that tub. Honest to gosh, I'm not a tubby person. I don't like tubs myself. They take up too much space. They're too slippery. You got to climb in. There's a million reasons I hate tubs. That said, I like a hot tub, but not enough to get one. It's just, to me, they're so limited in usefulness, and they're kind of dangerous for me. You can turn that into a shower very easily, and it would be a big, beautiful shower. Okay, here's another bedroom. There's a total of 4 bedrooms in this house. It's a really big house. Very, very nice. It was obviously at one time was really super elegant and could so easily be. There's so many features in here that I would keep. I would keep those beautiful floors. I would shine them up and make them stunning, just like what we're going to do in our house in Torita. Now, this was the bedroom that was above that living room area. And you can see right at the foot of the bed there was a little separation of the tiles. And I walked on that and thought, that's something that needs to be assessed. So that's that part I was talking about. That was the only thing I saw and or felt in that property that I felt really needed something besides, the stuff that you're going to need to look at, the windows. Now, let me say something about these windows. If you look at this window in this picture here, you have the windows, which are beautifully crafted windows, and then they have these wooden shutters stuck on the inside. I love those because in summer, when the sun comes up at 6 a.m. or whatever, and you're still trying to sleep, you just shut those. It's dark and it stays really comfortable. Also, in summer, if that's inside of the house where the sun comes in, you shut those shutters during the day, boom, it cools down so much. Okay, another view of that bedroom. And, here's another bathroom. These bathrooms are really good size. Now, I would have to say a little bit of love needed in this bathroom, although it's functional. It's functional. I myself would take out all of the tiles. They're old, and they're dated. I would take out all the tiles. I would get newer fixtures that are flush up against the wall. And I would buy a unit for the sink where you have storage underneath. I don't know why they have these teeny tiny little medicine cabinets. And then you got a pedestal sink, which are very nice. But now they have these bigger sinks, that they have like 2 big drawers for all your toilet paper, towels, all the things you need in a bathroom. And then you can do, a medicine cabinet if you want to. I don't like that. I've never liked those medicine cabinets, even in the States or, when I was renting or whatever, or renovating or something like that. These medicine cabinets, the medicine always falls out. You open the door, the medicine falls out and goes in the sink or goes down on the floor, and you got to find all the pills before the dog does. It just, don't like them. All right, here's the cantina. Big. Very large, look at this wine rack there. Oh, you can do some winey things down there. That would be sweet. And I really like the sort of vaultedness of this cantina and the brickwork. You could make that into a little taverna very, very nicely. And there's an outside view. You have a balcony, which you could go out, as the balcony, I believe, comes off of the master bedroom. I'd have to check to see. But wouldn't that be sweet to have your little bistro table out there and have your coffee station? I have to have a coffee station in every bedroom that I stay in. And your little coffee station, you get your coffee out, and you sit out there and you watch the sun come up, or you just enjoy the beautiful, clear morning and the gorgeous views. So yeah, that would be an ideal scene for me. And there's your backyard. You got plenty of room for a good garden, some trees and that kind of thing. Big garage back there, which you can hold not only your car, but also all of your bicycles and things like that. And I'll tell you something, Abbadia, that area, Gracciano, Abbadia, Torrita, all these places in that area, bicycles, like you would have to get an e-bike, because biking along those areas is absolutely stunning, especially in spring. I can't wait to go back, because when you get there in spring and all the little poppies are out, it's like heaven. It's like heaven. So, yeah, so this house I think has incredible value. So a few days ago, I did a video about, should you renovate? When is it a no-brainer to renovate versus buying a house that's already done up? And we talked about the low entry price to the house. And that really is one of the biggest factors. Of course, location of this one is great. But the low entry cost to get in, so you have a lot more money to play with for your renovations, or just, pocket, because this one, honestly, if you like the floors, which I love, if you like the features and everything in it, and just maybe redo the bathrooms, I would probably redo that second bathroom. I think I'd probably keep the first bathroom, but put in a shower instead of a tub. A little nod to the past. But if the price is low enough, you can really go in, you could do whatever the heck you want, and it wouldn't take very long for you to get up and going and actually have put in more value in this house. So there you go, guys. If you're interested in finding a property in Puglia, Tuscany, or Calabria, let us know, because we're lining up our clients now, and we fill up pretty fast. I will tell you, it's only me and Pete, so we fill up fast. But we love our clients. We love that we can go out there and help them parachute into an ideal situation with all the correct professionals right there, ready to go, and a certain amount of security in knowing that we know them and we trust them. So if you're interested, definitely check out our website, fill out the consultation information, and we'll see what we can do to help you guys. Take care, guys. See you soon.